Good morning. At least it's morning here in Missoula, Montana. This is Peggy Miller. I'm with Highland Winds LLC, which is actually my business, and I'm a medical herbalist. Let me briefly just say this podcast series is to try to give you a decent foundational understanding of Chinese and Ayurvedic herbalism. I'm a Chinese and Ayurvedic herbalist, and that's a very specific type of use of herbs. And the other reason I call myself a medical herbalist is, first of all, I'm not a MD, right? Medical doctor. I'm not conventional. I'm not equipped to perform surgery in a hospital. I'm a medical herbalist. I use herbs to work on a wide variety of health issues, including arthritis, diabetes, some forms of lupus. By the way, the Chinese look at lupus differently. They break it down differently, just like they break diabetes down differently, actually. So medical herbalism is a term to basically distinguish from culinary herbalists. Culinary herbalists are a profession in very much their own right. I am not a culinary herbalist. I am not extremely professional. I like herbs just for their flavor in cooking, but I'm not proficient or very knowledgeable at using herbs in a culinary fashion. I'm a medical herbalist, and this is about medical herbalism, using herbs, using plants to help very specifically with different types of health concerns and with maintenance. I put a great stress on maintenance, using different herbs to keep the blood nourished, to keep your moisture levels high, to keep the spleen and kidneys and liver in better shape, that sort of thing. So maintenance is important. And also, if you have either a chronic or a new specific problem, herbs can do wonders, medically speaking. So that's what this is about. It's 15-minute segments. Each one is 15 minutes roughly, and I'll be putting them on YouTube. MCAT, a local public broadcasting TV station, will be airing them, and they will go on for quite some time because I'm breaking it down into 15-minute segments. Basically, my training, I was qualified. I studied herbs for a long time just because they fascinated me, and I had a friend that helped me get over a peptic ulcer symptoms very easily with them, and then I went on to grow them and worked in an herb greenhouse, and finally chose a school, the East West School of Planetary Herbology, based in Ben Lomond, California, led by the Tierras, who are amazing, Michael and Leslie Tierra. And I chose it because its main emphasis was Chinese and Ayurvedic herbalism. And that, I had learned, was what I was particularly interested in. I chose those for a number of reasons. I won't go into in depth right here. I talk more about this in the overview. I'll be doing an intro A, which this is, and then an intro B to just talk about some of the concerns that you should keep in mind, plus dosages. Talk a little bit about pregnancy and what I recommend for pregnant women in terms of using herbs. And so that's intro B. And then I go into an overview where I just do a summary about the building blocks. That's 8 or 9 I think it's 8 segments long. And then after the overview, I'll be talking about maintenance. I break it down into age groupings and get more specific in that. And then finally, after that, we'll get into just doing segments on individual things like kidney insufficiency, liver key stagnation, etc. You know, what the different types of health problems can be addressed by different formulas, and generally speaking, what those formulas are. So, but for now, I wanted to clarify that after I schooled, it took me many years. It's a very serious training, and I finally received certification, and that certification gave me the right, qualified me to run a clinic, and I did so. For 6 years, I was at Poverello Homeless Shelter here in Missoula. And for 4 of those 6, I ran a lunchtime clinic where I took clients and provided them herb formulas, diagnosed what, by my training, Chinese Ayurvedic training, diagnosed and worked with them. And it became well known, and many came from far and wide, actually. So I did that for a number of years. Then I shifted to a small practice where I offer consults, which I still do. I offer consults if you're interested. I'm Highland Winds LLC, and you can go to my website, or you could email me at highlandwinds@gmail.com and just say, hey, I'm interested, and I'd send you a questionnaire. I do phone consults from around the country and in various places in the world. I also do professional consults in person, so if you're interested in that, contact me. I also make herb formulas, and predominantly I do formulas for clients because I'm not a huge manufacturing operation. They're formulas I prepare by hand related to what I feel you all need. I am on YouTube, and you can go to Highland Winds LLC and see my spleen or blood deficiency YouTubes, etc. So I'm on YouTube already. This podcast series will be a new thing. It will be a straight audio podcast. And at some point, I've been mainly wanting to start with just providing information just straight across the board. But I really think at a certain stage I'm going to start to include call-ins and take questions and answer the questions right there on the spot. So let's see how this stage goes, and then I might be doing that. So basically, that's my training. It's been 25, 30 years of study of herbs, growing of herbs, and making of teas, and then 12 years of practice as a certified clinical medical herbalist, trained in Chinese and Ayurvedic herbalism. And so that's what I do. And I think you will enjoy these. They're each 15 minutes long. I think that, I think, therefore I am. I speak, therefore I exist. I don't know. Yeah, getting a little diverging from the message here. But basically, as you see and as you listen to the individual podcasts, you will be able to go back and review podcasts. Each one will contain a fair amount of information. So I think you will find that the 15-minute is very useful length. And so that's generally the approach. I hope you find it of value, and look for it both on YouTube, and MCAT will be airing it as well. So thank you, and have a fantastic day. Bye.